Hi, everyone. So, I'm going to tell you how my daughters got their names, okay? So, my oldest daughter, I briefly told you about this one. Um, I was told when I was 12 that I wasn't having children. In health class, Mrs. Houston Law gave us this egg, and we had to name this egg. And I wanted this egg to have a really cool name. I had this dream when I was laying in the tub one night, right after or right before I was told that I was not having a child, that I was holding the hand of this little girl who was wearing a blue jacket, and she had like a mushroom cut hairstyle and her bangs, and she light brown golden hair, big beautiful lips, and big chubby cheeks, fair skinned, and she was calling me mama. And I'm holding her hand and I'm looking down. I can't see myself, but I know that it's me. And I'm holding her hand. And I was like, I knew. That's why I knew that I was going to get gifted a child. I had this dream. And I had just gotten into the tub, and the tub was nice and hot. And when I woke from this dream, my water was ice cold. And that's the reason why I woke up, because my water was cold. And I sat there and I was thinking, like, how long was I in the bath? How long was that? How long did I fall asleep for? And this was the time that those spirits were in my house in Devon. So anyway, Mrs. Houston Law had given this egg, and I was like, I'm going to have a daughter. So I have to have a name picked out for her, starting with this egg. And I looked at all the names, and I was really interested in the name meaning. And then I seen it, and I was like, that is the name. In Hawaiian, Leilani means heavenly child, heavenly flower. And I knew that my daughter was going to be a gift from God. My brother had seen my daughter while I was pregnant. He seen her spirit. So I named, and we lost my brother. And as a gift to Creator, I named my daughter Leilani. And I gifted my brother's name inside Leilani's name as well. And there is a Lee for me and my cousin who had committed suicide. The two cousins that were, boy, girl, that were close. And I had a very close bond. And I had lost while I was pregnant. Right, so that's how Leilani's name came to be. And how my Tiny Diamond's name came to be is that I had seen this name, Gemma. And I had seen this name, Aaliyah. And I heard this name inside of me, Alea. And when I seen Gemma, I was like, oh, that is such a cool name. Like like Gemma, but I can call her Gem. And she'll be my tiny diamond. My diamond in the rough. That's how I looked at it. And her dad comes home and he's like, so you pick any names? And I was like, yeah, I have two. Alea. And he's like, that's nice. And I was like, and Gemma. He was like, Alea Gemma? He's like, yeah, that's not bad. Like, Alea Gemma Wolf. It's like, I don't know. It doesn't have a ring to it. And he's like, why don't we keep trying to find that first name? He's like, I really like Alea though. It's like, but the Gemma, no, that doesn't. I was like, how about we switch the order? How about Gemma Alea? And he's like, are you kidding me? You're gonna end your child's name with the same letter as their middle name? That's like stupid. He's like, that is so stupid. He goes, Gemma Alea. That doesn't sound good at all. And he's like, I'm gonna think about this, because I'm gonna ask for a name. And this one day, he comes home from work and he's like, I got the perfect name. I got the perfect name. I was like, okay, tell me this name. And he's like, no, you have to promise me that I get to name the first name of the girl. I was like, no, you can name the first name of the boy. And he's like, well, you picked Leilani's names all by yourself. He's like, I want to pick this baby's name. I want to pick her first name. Like, he's like, I love the name Alea. And he's like, and I love the way that you spelled it. And he's like, I've never seen that name at all. And I was like, actually, it's made up. It's a made up spelling of this name. And he's like, yeah, it kind of looks like Aaliyah, like that singer. I was like, yeah, I know. So I said, well, what's this name? And he's like, okay, get ready for it. He's like, Gem. He's like, Gem. You know, you got your Gemma with the Gem Alea. You got your A right after that. So you got your Gemma. And you said that you wanted to call her Gem for short. He's like, why don't you just call her Gem? And I was like, well, okay, yeah, sure, no problem, but it doesn't matter anyway. We went and found out what we're having, and we're having a boy. So I started getting boy stuff, and his name's gonna be Brian Caleb Connor. He's like, well, what happened to Brian Michael? Brian Michael's gone. That was for my first son. I aborted my first son. He said, yeah, you're right. And I was pretty adamant that, the test showed that I am having a baby boy. So there was no need for us to fight over a girl's name, but we had one picked out just in case. And because my previous pregnancy ended in a cesarean, and I had a very hard labor and, all the problems, the doctor suggested that I have a cesarean. And he went and booked it for the certain date, and a week before my actual due date. And as I am walking out the door, like I'm just about to walk out the door to go to the hospital, and my husband is getting my daughter ready, and I want to be there before and be all ready while they come in. So I went to go and walk to the hospital. I'm in school at this time, and it's just the Christmas holidays. And it was funny because right before school ended, these girls come up to me and they're like, Betsy, is there any way that you're pregnant? I said, yep. I said, oh my goodness, you're going to get kicked out of school. You know that? I said, no, I'm not. They said, well, how far along are you? I said, a little ways. I said, well, yeah, they don't accept women in here that are pregnant. I said, oh yeah. I'm laughing because January, I'm having my baby. Like during our Christmas break, I'm having my baby. And this is during Christmas break. And I finally was asked if I was pregnant. And I had this little tiny belly. And so then the girls in school went and asked, like, so what are your guys' plans for Christmas break? Telling me their plans and stuff. And my sister Rayanne says, oh, well, just have Christmas and then welcome Betsy's baby and come back to school. And they're like, what? And me and my sister were going to school at this time together. We're like, yeah, I'm having my baby during the Christmas break. They're like, come on, you're not that far along, are you? And I was like, yeah, I'm almost due. I hid my pregnancy pretty well, eh? So, yeah, anyway. I grabbed a drink of water. A tiny little drink of water. And I had all these mason jars, right, for glasses. And I had drank out of this one glass, this tiny one, so many times. I filled it up so many times for my daughter, and never once did I ever notice that it didn't say Mason. So I take a drink, and my husband, he's like, so are you ready to go and have our daughter? And I was like, Brian, we're, for like the umpteenth time, we're having a boy. And he tells our daughter, are you ready for mom to go have your sister? And she's like, Dad, I'm having a brother. Honestly, that was the first time I've ever been wrong, my honey, in your whole life. So I take this drink out of this tiny glass and I look and it says Gem. I take my drink and I put the glass down and I'm just floored. And I look at my husband and I was like, we're having a girl. And he was like, what? I thought we were having a boy. I was just joking around with you. I was like, no, we're having a girl. And he was like, well, how do you know? I thought the test showed that you are having a boy. I said, because God speaks to me in mysterious ways. It's like, geez, you and God, all the time, you and God, you and God, you and God. He's like always showing you things, speaking to you, and it's like, I wish I could hear. I wish I could see. So I turned this glass and said, I was just taking a drink of water. I said, we are mainly water, right? I'm going to go and have my daughter, and we are arguing about whether or not we're having a boy or a girl. And I take a drink and I look up into the heavens. I said, now do that. Okay. And he looks up and he's like, wow. It's like the way that you see things. It's incredible. I had my tiny diamond gem that day. And my sister, when I said her name, I was on Demerol this time, so I slurred, and my sister thought I named her Jambalaya.